Okay, so this big bandsaw, the one we're going to use to make this straight cut, it has a lot of cutting capacity. So if you turn this wheel, first you have to loosen this guy, and then you can raise this guy all the way up. So it's really designed for cutting really big sizes, so like really thick chunks of hardwood and things like that. So it's a 1.3 tooth per inch blade, 1 inch wide. So it's really primarily used for doing straight cuts or for tapered cuts. But if you're going to cut something small like this, you never want to have the blade guard all the way up like that. So you always want to lower this guard so that it's just above the surface of your material. So we'll take this guy all the way down. And so you want it to be about there, I would say. And that way it's a lot safer for you to use. You're going to be less exposed to the blade. But also the blade guards, it'll track a little bit straighter. So it's just all around better to always have this like at the surface of your material. And another thing you can do here is you have a little fence here. And this fence has 2 positions. So this is the low profile position. And then you can slide it out and put it in a tall profile. So this is for doing stuff when you have the blade all the way up, so you can bring this over. But as you can see, you can't get very close to the blade when it's in this position if you have the blade guard lowered. So what I'm going to do is put it back into its low profile position. And tighten it down. There we go. And that way now it can slide under the blade, or blade guard rather. So I'm going to just kind of visually line this guy up. So what I'm going to do with this guy is I'm going to go straight in and then straight out, which is something you can do on the bandsaw. The way the bandsaw works, it's got a big band that the blade kind of spins around, and the teeth are aimed at the table. So whenever you're cutting something, it always wants to force the piece down on the table. So that's much different than the table saw where the blade is spinning at you. So when the blade is spinning at you, you have a chance for a kickback. So you never want to go into a cut and then pull out of the cut on the table saw, because that will cause a kickback potentially. But with the bandsaw, we can do that here. So that's one of the big advantages to the bandsaw, is that you don't have the added risk of a kickback. The only thing you have to worry about is you don't want to lift the piece up off the tabletop. If you do that, then the blade will catch and it'll slam it down, and then your fingers could get slammed as well. So you want to make sure you keep your piece nice and flat. And go ahead and turn the saw on. We're going to go straight in. Okay, some other things about this saw as well is it has an E-stop that's right here. So when the E-stop is pushed in, you can't turn the saw on. So what you do is you only turn this 1/4 turn. When you do so, it pops out, and then you can turn the saw on. But only when you have the E-stop pulled out. So if you push it in, you can't turn it on. Another thing you're not allowed to do is to cut circles on the bandsaw. So you could cut the circle this way, but you never want to cut a circle this way. And the reason why is that the blade will turn the circle this direction, and it's really dangerous. So basically what will happen is the thing will spin so fast, and then it'll just fly off the table. So if you've got a circle, you can never cut it this way under any conditions. You can cut it like this, but never like this. So I just wanted to let you know.